At Pfizer, we are committed to listening to and learning from patients and their care teams so that we can work to help address their unmet needs. From early discovery to clinical trials, through approval and use of our medicines, patients are at the heart of everything we do. Learn more at cancer.pfizer.com.
By the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles. Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did. The painful, blistering rash disrupted my life for weeks. Don't learn about your shingles risk the hard way. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Well, what the heck is going on? With us today, calling in right now, is Speaker Newt Gingrich. Newt, I mean, there's so many things happening. This week, we had an election in New York. 3, I guess, Democratic Socialists got elected, or won the primary, which in New York City means if you win the Democratic primary, you're elected. And how does that going to affect what goes on in Congress? And do the Democrats, there's word out that they're starting to panic, that they're losing their party. So you give us your evaluation.
Well, I think, first of all, it's clear that Mondami, the mayor, defeated Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader in the House, because in all 3 of those races, Hakeem endorsed the person who lost. That has to be very sobering.
Not only one of them, 2 of them. He endorsed both Goldman and the one in Harlem.
So since they share the same city, as does Schumer, I mean, this is the rise of a Mondami hard left party, which is very, very anti-Israel and which is very committed to a series of policies which are crazy. I mean, not sustainable, not implementable. And of course, what it's led is James Carville, for example, the Democratic strategist, has said fully the Democratic caucus should not accept the most radical of these candidates because they don't stand for anything that the Democratic Party stands for. And I actually think I was doing research on this today, and when you look at some of the things they've said over the years, these are very radical people. I mean, one of them wrote at one point that she was in the business of destroying America and Western civilization. And, you know, the ideas they have, in one case, they want to abolish the police. And if I just did a newsletter at Gingrich 360 on Substack for looking at the Democratic Socialist of America platform. And people said, look at this. This is not some mild game. These people talk about abolishing all police, abolishing all prisons, opening the border to anybody, including criminals. When you go down the list of what they say they're for, it would be a totally unworkable and very dangerous world.
It's hard to see that the Democratic Socialists are slowly taking over step by step by step. And it looks like, Newt, that a lot of foreign money. We had a discussion before, and the one in Harlem got a lot of money. There was an admission made by a German foundation that's liberal based in Germany, that they're taking credit for getting her elected.
Well, I think we have to look at this and ask, because this is not free. You don't have the mayor of Seattle, for example, the candidate in the runoff for mayor of Los Angeles, state senators around the country. I mean, there's all of a sudden an explosion in money for this Democratic Socialist of America, who are the most radical group since the Weathermen in the late 1960s. And the things they stand for are so far away from normal America that, and what they're doing, of course, is they're going into districts where almost nobody goes to vote. People are apathetic. They feel the government has failed. They feel like their life has no future. And if you look at the districts where this is happening, they're winning with very, very low turnouts because people just have given up on politics. And I'm not sure that how far they can go beyond big cities. But I'll tell you, this is a huge threat to the Democratic Party, which is really moving. I mean, their front runner in Michigan is a very radical candidate. That's for the U.S. Senate. The candidate they nominated in Maine is so radical that he had a Nazi symbol tattooed, which actually stood for the SS, which ran the death camps. And you can't quite figure out, I mean, what has happened that people who 20 years ago would have had common sense suddenly, particularly a lot of young people. I have a very good friend who asked her daughter yesterday, and her daughter said she loves Mondami. And my friend said to her, well, tell me one policy you like. And she said, I love free buses. And my friend said to her, how are you going to pay for the free buses? And she said, well, we're going to take it from the billionaires. Now, I mean, this whole idea
our voters, let me ask you, you've been around for a while, I've been around for a while. Are our voters getting stupider?
No, I think there is this is like having an alternative world. These are people who live in a world where stealing from others is okay. Think about that. Because that's what they're talking about. They're saying, I want the things for me, and the way I'm going to get them is I want to take them from you. And that's just theft. And they feel morally superior. Well, of course, you're right in the sense that it's really stupid. I mean, one lesson we're learning right now, the hard way, is you threaten people who are successful, they just leave. They don't have to sit around and get mugged. And so when you have a politician say, I want to take all of your money through taxes, what they're discovering in California and New York, Chicago, is their tax base is eroding because the people who pay taxes are leaving. They're not going to stay around and be milked by a bunch of nutcake left-wingers.
You're absolutely right. Newt, we have to straighten out our country, and thank you for coming on this Friday night, and we'll talk again real soon.
Look forward to it.
This episode is brought to you by Google Health. Stop chasing someone else's definition of health. What matters is what's healthy for you. Google Health offers a new kind of coach built with Gemini for effortless tracking, sleep insights, and holistic coaching tailored to you. Visit googlestore.com to learn more and start a new relationship with your health. Requires Google account, Google Health app, internet, and Google Health premium subscription. Features subject to change. Availability and results vary. Not intended for medical purposes. Works independently of Gemini apps. Check responses for accuracy.